One of the Green Umbrella's big, hairy, audacious goals is to be in the top 10 across the country for sustainability. And that includes the greater Cincinnati region, which is northern Kentucky, southeast Indiana, and southwest Ohio. Corporate membership, nonprofit membership, government, individuals, all collectively coming together to basically make 1 + 1 = 3. So there are multiple groups working in the environmental movement, and as we begin to collaborate and work together, we'll be able to concentrate our efforts even greater and do better things.
First year ever in the history of the Taste of Cincinnati, we finally recycled. And last year we had over 90 volunteers come, and we were able to recycle over 2 tons of material, saving that from going to landfill. Great thing is we're going to be doing that again, Taste of Cincinnati this year. We also participated in the Players for the Planet electronics recycling, and last year we had over 8 tractor trailer loads full of materials, again saved from the landfill. First ever inland watercraft shrink wrap recycling program. So that was something awesome. We did a video for a pay-as-you-throw program from the city of Madeira to help educate others. One of our biggest challenges is looking at organics recycling and organics composting in the region, because right now over 70% of what's going to landfill is organics, whether that's true food organics or yard waste and other things. And right now we really don't have a strong infrastructure in Cincinnati to be able to do that.
We had the first ever Regional Trails Summit hosted by Green Umbrella at the Cincinnati Zoo. Fantastic opportunity to get together with all types of trail advocates, planners, engineers throughout the region and talk about what we love about trails. Funded by Interact for Health, the Regional Trails Plan is the first effort to bring together that entire conversation around water trails and nature trails and see what that looks like on an entire map. And we have a huge database collected of all the trails within our region. We're now talking about building really long, connected sections of trails. So it's a really exciting time to be as part of the trails conversation within our region. And we have some fantastic partners involved in this. So in building this map, we now have an opportunity to see what trails can be and how we can connect the region much better.
Things we try to do are based on 3 areas: know your watershed, care for your watershed, and then enjoy your watershed. It's a broad base of people that not only come from different parts of our overall region, but also the diversity of backgrounds. We have academics on the team, professionals from government organizations, nonprofit organizations, but also a broad base of citizen scientists and enthusiasts. All the Little Miami River, the Big Miami, and the Mill Creek all have citizen scientist groups. Hundreds of now of locations where they're taking water samples. We try to focus our attention connecting people to a place. We're now helping them understand that they're part of the waterway. We've helped our members focus on taking this broad range of water quality data and putting it in some format that people can use.
We've got contractors that show up and talk about their experience working with homeowners and commercial business owners. We've got utility representatives that understand the challenges of providing energy to the region. And then we've got nonprofit organizations that bring their own take and perspective on how to create solutions to reducing energy throughout the greater Cincinnati region. One of those projects is our Greening the MLS initiative. The focus is trying to bring information about energy efficiency, renewable energy, and really green homes into the MLS database so that home buyers and home sellers have access to information, allowing them to make more informed buying decisions about their homes. Those homeowners that are on the cutting edge, that have taken the opportunity to improve their living spaces, saving money on energy bills by investing in insulation, high efficiency systems, new windows, often aren't able to recoup those dollars because they don't have a way of sharing that information with prospective home buyers. So by incorporating that information into the MLS system, they'll be able to share that information and hopefully gain the value for their home that we know that it has.
So the campaign is underway. It's been going for about 1.5 years, and several thousand trees have been planted. We are working now really in the initial phases of how to get nurseries involved, how to get supply chains, how to get people actively planting large numbers of trees. 1 tree per person would do it, but we've got to have every person plant a tree. This takes a lot of effort. But Taking Root has really gotten a lot of folks behind it. There have been hundreds of organizations involved. School children are getting involved in this, planting trees for the future. And this is an area that a lot of people can see as an old-fashioned way of taking care of the future. You plant a tree not for yourself, but you plant it for your children.
One of our big initiatives have been the meetmeoutdoors.com, which is a great resource for people to just know about everything that's going on in our region. It'll include bird watching, paddle fest, what's the best bike trail to use, all of those wonderful things. And it's been a great initiative because it's starting to get people aware of just what we have in our backyard. Sometimes, we think, oh, let's go to Dayton to kind of get this done because I know of this one place. But we never think, oh my goodness, there's this park down the street that has all of that available to us. We just didn't really know about it. So the group has been fun to work with, passionate to work with, and has really kind of expanded what everybody thinks of as outdoor education. We're not just talking about, you don't have to be a Red River Gorge, whitewater rafting, sort of person. Sometimes it's, great trails, good hiking, just having a nice picnic outdoors to get yourself back in tune with nature.
So the Transportation Action Team has a goal of reducing the amount of fuel consumed in the greater Cincinnati region. And to do that, we are trying to reduce the amount of trips taken in single occupancy vehicles. One of our accomplishments in 2013 was to create a presentation that people are able to take out throughout the community to educate people about the options that are currently available in the greater Cincinnati region. So Metro and Tank are becoming incredibly helpful and beneficial to get around the region. Bike share is coming to Cincinnati, so we're thrilled about that as a new option. We've got Zipcar, Van Share, Uber, Lyft, all of these really exciting options now in Cincinnati that are making it easier to live car-free.
PACE is a program by which businesses and nonprofits can either do energy efficiency upgrades or put renewable energy on their buildings, and they can then spread those payments out over 20, maybe even a 30-year period. We have installers, we have educators that come, the city comes to our meetings, we have organizations that are interested in environmental activity. We had everybody's contribution, everybody's input in the process, and within less than a year we were able to get a very complex idea like PACE through the city and enacted. Another thing that we are going to be working on is a solar rooftops program to make solar more accessible to residential customers. If you group people into like 10 or 15 different homes at one time, you can make bulk purchases and set up logistics such that it's most economically viable.
Here we are, we have a strategic plan, we have a business plan, we have some big goals to get people to commit to taking 10% of their annual food budget and spending that money on locally sourced food. And one of the things we're really working hard to do is to get SNAP and EBT accepted at farmers markets so that people who are on assistance will be able to get fresh, locally grown food that's healthy for their family. It's not just good for the farmers, it's not just a good bandwagon to get on right now. It's going to help the region in tremendous ways.
So over the last few years, we've had exponential growth with the help of Vision 2015, Agenda 360, and the Greater Cincinnati Foundation. And they have really begun to transform this nonprofit into the regional sustainable alliance that we are today. And by working together collaboratively, we can brand ourselves, do wonderful things for the environment, which trickles down into great quality of life and also economic development, to really put Greater Cincinnati on the map in terms of the place to be.